Hey, good morning everybody, it's Mike, and thanks for jumping on here with me this morning. Hey, did you know that according to the Georgia Real Estate Commission, all the properties listed for sale with us are listings with the brokerage? The listing agent is assigned by the brokerage to interact with the homeowner. Now, as agents, we don't think about it that way. We think they're my listings. But according to the Georgia Real Estate Commission, they're not. They're the brokerage's listings. What does that mean? Why am I talking about that this morning? Well, it means that if you work here with us, if I have a listing, it's yours too. Now, I think there's some courtesy that should go along with that, but I think that for those of you that think that you don't have any listings this morning, that's not true at all. You actually have dozens and dozens of listings. And what I want to talk about for a few minutes is ways to market yourself around a listing. Even if it's not your listing, it's an agent's within the companies that makes it yours. Now, if you have the listing and you don't like that, then I would encourage you to not complain to me, but go talk to the Georgia Real Estate Commission about it, because it's not my rule, it's theirs. Now, if you want to market yourself around a company listing, I think that's actually a good idea. Etiquette? Yeah, sure. I think you should approach the actual assigned listing agent and seek their approval first. And if they say no for some reason, then don't do it. But I think that in the great majority of cases, they'll say, sure, anything that you do to help promote the listing is good for me. So please do. And in that case, I want to give you 10 ideas this morning on ways that you could market yourself around that listing once you've once you've obtained permission from that listing agent. Let's get going. Number one, what about coming up with a little teaser video? A little teaser video about the coming soon listing. It's not on the market yet, but it's going to be real soon. Could you do that? Could you put it on all your social media platforms, and could you send it out to everybody in your database via an embedded email message? Could you? Number two, what if you made prospecting calls to the neighborhood, letting people know that there's a listing that will be coming up for sale very soon? And, you know, for the people that don't answer their phone, you could leave a short message. Hey, this is Mike with Century 21, and I wanted to let you know that one of your neighbors will be putting their home up for sale within the next week with us. It's at 123 Main Street, and the reason I'm calling is because often the neighbors know of someone that would like to move into the neighborhood. If that's true for you, why don't you give me a call back today? Something like that. Could you do that? And do you think that you might discover some other listing opportunities or a potential buyer for that property? Could you door knock when the neighborhood allows it? If they have a no soliciting policy, then you obviously can't do that. But could you door knock the neighborhood and tell people about the coming soon listing? Maybe you make up a little flyer for it and you hand it out throughout the neighborhood. It's March. And there's going to be some cold and rainy days, and there's going to be some days like today which look absolutely beautiful. Be a pretty good day to go out and door knock around that new listing. How about just listed postcards? Oh, a little 1980-ish, you say. Okay, yeah, sure. But some old ideas are still good ones. Could you send out a just listed postcard in the area around that listing? Could you hold an open house? Oh, but see, there's another 1980 idea. Mike, guy, you're just sounding like an old man today. Yeah, but what if your open house didn't look like anybody else's? What if yours was Friday night from 5:30 to 7:30? What if you just had a little wine and cheese gathering? What if? What if? Next on my list of the top 10 ideas to market yourself around a listing. Could you make when the property does sell, and we have some that have sold? Shocking, huh? Could you make a just sold video and put it again on social media and send it out to everybody in your database via an embedded email? Could you? Okay, now look, remember our license law class from last week. If you do that, if you make a just sold post on social media, what does the Georgia Real Estate Commission insist that you also do? That's right. Go back and delete the original listing post. Why? I don't know. It's just a rule. So it's a pretty easy rule to follow. Just go back and delete the original new listing post. Could you send out just sold postcards? And maybe they say something like, and we have more buyers that want to live in this area. If you've thought about selling, reach out to me today. Could you do that? Could you host on behalf of the listing agent, with their permission, of course, maybe with their cooperation, you do it together, a going away party for the sellers? You think the other neighbors, hey, look, if Jane and I were to sell our house, you can better believe the neighbors would have a going away party for me, right? Ding dong, the king is dead. That's right. Could you have a going away party for the sellers? Could you host a housewarming party for the buyers? And last on my list today, could you share testimonials from buyers, sellers, and other agents that you might have worked with during the process, if you did? Talking about what a great, whenever we solicit your co-op agents for feedback, 99 out of 100 times, it's really positive. It's rare that it's not. It's really positive. It's very glowing about you and what a professional you are and how smooth and easy you made the transaction, how much they're looking forward to working with you again almost every time. Gosh, I hope you're sharing that stuff. And there's 10 ideas for you of how to market yourself around a listing today. I want to finish with our theme from yesterday, and it was the quote out of the Napoleon Hill book, Think and Grow Rich. If you haven't read it, or listen to it, you need to. Do yourself a favor. If you have read it or listened to it, do yourself a favor. Do it again. I've probably read that book a dozen times, and it's been a big help to me. But Philip Maxwell sent me this quote over the weekend. I think it struck him the same way it strikes me, and I hope it will you too. Both success and failure are largely the result of habit. Our habits can empower us or they can unempower us. I guess we get to choose, huh? And that choice will determine whether we're actually going to go out there and make it happen for ourselves today.